Well, it is number 3, Bulgarian, who makes the step up in class to win the Settlers Trophy here at Durbanville this afternoon for the Justin Snaith Yard. Justin, you're having a great day. Well done.
Great, thanks very much, Stan.
Now, you must have had a little bit of a doubt about the step up in class. You know, is he good enough? Is he not? But I think he's put that to bed.
Yes, look, it was with the penalty into a feature race. It did worry me, especially over 2,000. You got some hard-knocking horses. But it helps, like Lucia Silva got hammered in the pinnacle plates, and that took any chance he had for the rest of probably the season. So quite disappointed about that, because I just had him coming along nicely, and it now puts the Algoa Cup to bed, all races like that. So just sad for that poor horse. He's such a gallant horse, and in one race he's back to square one. So really well done to Alec and Julian Foster. They're always very patient, and it's just a horse that we're just going to decide now where to go with him. There again, the handicappers will decide that. So if he gets quite heavily punished here, then we'll put him away again and probably wait for the Durban season. So we'll chat about it. Every time we run, we get more punish and less chance of winning the right race. So you've got to choose your races very carefully, especially the horse like this that can prove the handicappers right, which he is that type of horse. So we then just have to rather leave him in the box. So Alec and Gillian are fantastic clients like that, especially if we're hoping to win the right type of races with this horse. To John, who handles all their stuff, really well done, and looking forward to what looks like is really starting to be an exciting season. This is the first feature race, I think, pretty much of the season in a way, this and next weekend, and you can see the quality of horse already.
Pace wasn't that hot, and I think that probably didn't suit him.
I don't know, the easier we make it for, we've become very careful with horses, and every race counts. If you see these horses in Joburg, flat out hard run race, altitude, it knocks them. I'd rather we go a little bit slower. I know there's still a little piece on the meat, I prefer that. I think we have better longevity with our horses, much happier. So if it's slow and he's won, I know it's a lot easier on him and his body. Like all of us in sports and athletics, just happier that he'll pull up better.
It certainly makes sense. Justin, your trainer's trophy for winning the Settlers Trophy. Well done. Richard Fourie waiting in the wings there, coming up to speak to us for, I think it's the third time, or is it the fourth? Third time today, huh?
Third time, yeah.
Now, Richard, you went to the front initially, but they came past you?
Well, I had a good draw, and I wasn't going to make waste of it, and I was more than happy to take up things my way, but fortunately for me, I got cover and the pace was on, and I think what helped me is they picked it up a little bit early, and then started stretching him a little bit, and once we came off the false rail, I had movement. I could go pretty much anywhere I wanted, and being on the rail, I just took the quickest way home. And yeah, when I got into the fight, or just before the fight, he was leading still on his near four, and all I needed from him was just to change. And the moment he changed, I was in control, and I could win with him being comfortable and enjoying himself. So, it's just a horse that's taken a long time. I think what Justin did, is giving this horse a break, was the right thing to do. He is a nice horse. I think he would have been a bit immature last season, but this year, I think he's going to be a serious contender for some big races and even bigger things to come.
It was interesting up the straight, Richard, because at one point I thought you were going right away, and then that other horse came back at you, Herodotus. In fact, I think he headed you, but was that when your horse changed legs?
Yeah, I thought Herodotus ran a brave race, carrying 52 and a half or so, and I ran against him in the winter derby, and I slightly inconvenienced him on the rail. I got suspended for that, and from there on in, I was always, he's a respectful horse, a big, beautiful grey horse. But maybe still a little bit young. He's a nice horse, and you've got to keep our eye out on that one. I think he's a special horse, and saying that, nothing taken away from Bulgarian. He's a nice horse. Just bigger things to come, and thank you very much to Mr. and Mrs. Foster and to Mr. Freeman and his team. They're doing a great job. Well done.
Winning Jockey's Trophy for Richard Fourie for winning the Settlers Trophy. Well done, Richard. Okay, now representing the owners is John Freeman. He's hobbling up the steps here. I'm pleased to say Bulgarian moves a lot better than you do, John. But well done. What a super win, huh?
Yeah, well done to Alec and Gillian. I'm very happy for them, and particularly to see that he does the 2,000 meters, which the last time he put in doubt. the time before. I think Richard rode a very good race, getting out and finding the position that he wanted. The pace, I agree with you, was a little bit slow, but good to see him hold on. And Richard said to me he wasn't under pressure at the finish, so good and well done to the Snates. As always, they do a good job. But Alec and Gillian, the mares, they breed their own horses, as you know, and this mare's done very well. Double Mint is one of hers. So I'm very happy to see this dynasty come through because I think he's got a future.
I'm actually quite interested in what you said about the distance, because I sort of thought, well, 2,000 he'll probably start galloping properly after that, but you say no. Is the pedigree suggesting a little bit less?
Well, I don't know, because that's what we're trying to find out. Your pedigrees can tell you that they're going to go July distance or Derby distance, and they don't do it. We don't know until they do it. And I had the question mark on because he's never done the distance properly yet until today, and Richard said he was playing with him at the end, so he didn't actually push him and he just let him lope along, which was very encouraging, and I think that indicates that there is going to be the distance in future, which is a good sign.
Looking at him in the parade ring, I thought he was still a tad underdone, which makes it even more interesting.
You don't want to get them too ready for the season too early, because you've got a long season ahead.
John, if you'll accept the winning owners trophy there for winning the Settlers Trophy on behalf of Alec and Gillian Foster. Well said. Okay, there we go. Thrilling finish, I must say, to the Settlers Trophy this year. And the winner and the second horse, in fact the third horse as well, are all going to be interesting during the upcoming Cape summer season, but none more so than the winner, Bulgarian.
Completes the lineup, moves into line. Settlers Trophy, 2,000 metres, gates are open. They send away from the 2,000 metre mark. No one really wanting to go. Bulgarian pushing forward is right there, chrome yellow with the leading group. American Landing. Dharma is up there too. Platinum Prince, Elusive Silver further back in running. Pacific Chestnuts in behind that, and Guy